he's pretty safe. Yeah, they're just not going to go to lane.
Exactly. At 14 points, you're feeling okay with what you got. You're going to play next season. Villa Consulate. Here's our map bans. These two have been removed from last week's Playday. There you go. Border, Coastline taken off. Bank.
We've got...
Consulate? We're going to play Consulate.
No Coastline. So we've got Cafe in there.
Cafe.
And Consulate. Or no, Consulate's gone.
Consulate's gone. So Cafe and Border. The Border is out. Cafe, Clubhouse. There you go.
Cafe and Clubhouse. We were both wrong.
We're like, wait a second, what are those?
Whenever you're looking at it, it's so hard to tell because you can't really see anything like based on the image when they're banned.
Yeah, because they're grayed out.
Yeah, it's like super grayed out. So you have to like read the name fully. You're like, okay, hang on, checklist. Anyway, 78% for Liquid. I can't say I'm surprised.
No, not at all. Liquid beat MIBR 7-5 last Playday, but it was way too close of a game, I have to say. They relied a lot on their defensive side. In their game against MIBR, they played Consulate. That's why it was banned out. So, it's somewhere here, but this is Clubhouse, okay? Which means Thatcher ban, right? Is this what LATAM
it's probably going to be... Well, I mean, I don't know if it's going to necessarily be a Thatcher ban, but I could see it. We have seen him banned on this map, of course. He's actually the second most banned attacker, a whopping 19% ban on this map. And that's very likely out of LATAM, I would imagine. So we'll see probably Thatcher get banned. But actually, since Maverick's banned, it's not a certainty. Maverick is actually banned the same amount as Thatcher on this map at 19.05%. So it could be both. No, it won't be. All right. Actually, no. He is the most banned attacker on this map. Interestingly.
Maverick?
No, Capitao. Capitao is a 28.57% ban right here.
So usually, what I understand now is Maverick Thatcher is kind of the one or the other, and then Capitao is kind of the one that...
That's the way it's looking.
Gets banned more often.
Who wants to bet Mira? Let's see.
Echo.
Oh, wow.
Echo ban.
That means Mira in play on Clubhouse.
Maybe Liquid knows something about what Black Dragons have to offer. Because Echo ban in LATAM is fairly common.
Yeah, it's common.
For this map, it's like, okay, maybe...
He's the second most banned defender on this map, 28.57%. And then Mira is the most banned defender on this map with a 45.24%.
It's pretty huge.
She almost 50% of the time gets banned here. So the fact that she's in play is pretty significant.
It's all because of that Valkyrie ban. Of course, you can kind of call it a target ban to Nesk, but it's like a target ban to every defense fragger in Latin America.
Yeah, she is.
Even in Japan.
She is one of the primary fragging operators for LATAM and has been for many years. She's definitely popular there.
Yeah, even back in the days where the SPAS 12 was the meta game and not the MPX, it still was the case. So, hey, some things don't really change that much, and they don't really need to. But with that ban, of course, it's going to affect Liquid a bit. You'll see Ness going for the Mira, which is not a usual thing if you're playing downstairs in church. We haven't seen this in quite a while, I have to say. And it's mostly because the Mira's been banned, but you usually just see her setting up with sometimes a singular window if they're playing here close up to church, or she'll have two windows and one soft wall in the center. So two windows that are reinforced and one wall in the center.
On the church triple wall, seeing that double Mira strat is not a crazy thing. But I don't think they're doing it because of the way they set up the reinforcements. I don't know if you noticed, but they were reinforcing triple wall the wrong way for a Mira window. So I'm not really sure what exactly the plan is with those Mira windows.
Did they reinforce actually, well, there's no plan for it right now.
Yeah, they've still got both of them in Nesk's pocket, which is really odd. Nesk, as a player, is actually statistically the top performer in this match, by the way. He's got a pretty impressive overall performance with a high KD, and he's 20 positive right now overall. As just a reminder, being 20 positive, that's pretty impressive.
Even with that, he's kind of still having a slow season compared to what he usually does. So it's kind of an idea for onlookers out there.
Actually, I have to correct myself as well. Technically, PSK has the best stats in this match right now. PSK is just slightly above Nesk in that he survives more rounds, but has about the same KD. So It's impressive there. On the side of BD, they've been having they've been having a lot of players really struggle this season. GDN and Panico have had serious troubles really contributing overall to the scoreboard.
Okay, that's not a usual thing. Actually, they weren't able to snipe off one of the exothermic charges, I have to say.
Yeah.
That Evil Eye positioning on a lot of maps, it can really do a lot of work, right? You're not going to be able to spot it easily or even think about anything being there. But it gets destroyed pretty easily once it's spotted. You heard one of the black mirrors there being popped, so Nesk is going to have to stay in position, scanning the footprints here live, and he's going to spot the Jaeger playing in the usual position behind the generator in blue. Nothing out of the ordinary. Should have his ADSs as well to protect him, but right now just trying to put pressure on the Jaeger. Just going to be sniped off here at least. With lifeline from the Zofia to open the wall, and GDN's going to get a kill and then quickly traded off by Moringa. The mirror window put in a great position there. I'm not sure if that was popped by the defense, but hey, it seems to really work. A lot of utility left for the Zofia, but kind of going and peeking against her. Apollo with a pre-fire around the corner. Goes for the Jackal as well, but the smokes pop right in his face. He's so close to them. Live and Sexy Cake will trade off. PCT gets one, Moringa shotguns one, and Palu actually finds it. Live solo in HP with barely any ammo left in that magazine. Still gets Palu, and it leaves them alone against Moringa and Nesk. The diffuser is so far away, and it's being watched. There's a shotgun as well waiting for you, and around the corner, gets smacked in the face. Liquid successfully defend Church.
Now that fake out really worked against Live at the end there. He actually had an opportunity to get the kill, but only for a moment. Liquid managed to secure it, and they take the first round. That was a solid defense. Now, the last time these teams played each other, I believe they actually played on Clubhouse as well. So that is definitely interesting that they decided to go to the same map. So far, one major difference is, of course, that Mira being in play. Having Mira in play just in general is weird, but having it on this map is even weirder. Last time BD were the ones to ban it. This time they decided not to. It's an entirely different ban phase almost from the last time we were here.
Yeah, back then the Capitao changes had been introduced, so that's something, but it was much earlier in the season. So actually, yeah, it was Playday 7. That's the time they played. So yeah, it was Liquid banning Monty and Black Dragons banning Capitao, so that's something that sticks. The other one is the Mira, as you mentioned, for Black Dragons, and the Maestro for Liquid. This time kind of opting for the Maverick and the Echo. And one thing I have to say is that Liquid might not be at top of the board, and they're very close to making it, but their ban phases for operators have been very interesting and very targeted. I mean, there was a game on Bank a couple weeks ago where they kind of played well with the shields as well, how they countered it, and how they just set up all of their ban phase around it and their operator picks. Liquid, I think, are training more for the international play, at least from what I can see.
Yeah, I mean, there's certain steps that you have to take to, as a team that's just got high skill in it. You know, for example, strategy is definitely a factor. But one of the major things, especially on the back end, that you need to do is you start with like your ban phase and for operators and maps, and what operators you're bringing. Once you refine that formula, like you do give yourself a significant edge over others. And the thing about that's great, is that it's an internal formula. It has nothing to do with well, it does actually have a lot to do with your other teams, but it depends on how you as a squad tend to play, and you then mold things based on that. Even if you're getting rid of someone else's operator, it usually has to do with removing a hurdle for you. Peek downstairs here for PZD, but he just doesn't see his opponent. Nesk seizing on the opportunity. This is actually looking like a free kill for him. Great timing and some damage jump, but no kill. The follow-up will not be successful, but the knife will. That was really hard to watch for both players.
Good God. Even Nesk can make mistakes, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
So don't fret. Wag will go upstairs here on the rooftop. And Black Dragons will have to slow things down for just a moment, lick their wounds, but Nesk is not going to waste any time and already put himself close up to the stage by the bar in case he can snipe off Live or anybody else that's coming in from the bedroom and construction side. And indeed, it seems like there will be some pressure from Black Dragons. They are moving their bits and pieces closer to construction to maybe enter from there. Even if the wall's been opened up already by GDN, there's not much from Liquid to stop them there, but two-pronged attack makes a lot of sense.
Live trying to apply pressure to that workshop door. He's got to deal with Moringa on a shotgun here. That's not going to be an easy fight. I mean, no matter who it is, this is definitely favored towards Moringa, just thanks to his smokes and his shotgun. Okay, so one impact will get some of the X-Scaros, but not all of them. That actually could have gotten all of them. Nesk missed the shot downstairs with that, or missed the throw, I should say. Moringa doing a great job of holding up this push with his gas canisters, but he's likely to get pinched, and there he goes, on the floor now.
Yes, on the floor, it's so close. Wog to taking him out. Flashbang. It's going to be thrown right in the sight. GDN still finding Sexy Cake there, so the Maestro unable to do much in the round. And Panico is putting pressure on the other side. Should Panico fall here, this would help immensely for Liquid, but time is on their side. 10 seconds left, and he looks the wrong way. PSK will get one frag. Turning around, the Bandit is trying to hold on as Paolo finds another, and then they trade even more off. Paolo gets a second one on the Jaeger, and the last for Nesk as he rotated back up to the site. Playing the Legion. Great play there from Paolo and the team to retake the site.
So that was mostly just time for BD. They got the workshop wall open, they got the server wall open, but then with that, they didn't do a whole lot. GDN managed to get one pick in the site, but other than that, I mean, they didn't do a lot. They even managed to down the smoke of Moringa, but it took them ages to finish him off if they even did. So, yeah, some very slow attack there from BD, and one thing that could have favored them greatly would be information gathering. They had a little bit more emphasis placed on that. Somebody droning into the site, allowing for the kills to, roll in, might have changed stuff. Because the information was definitely on Liquid's side. I mean, we even saw it with that new shield in the hallway.
Yes.
He managed to eliminate Panico. The Bandit got Panico for free, for almost no challenge there. And why? Brand new shields. They just do that.
He looked the other way, unfortunately, there, the Thatcher, so maybe he was trying to catch off the Jaeger as he rotated back up, and because you lost the Maestro, you didn't have anybody in Garage. That part was open, but Black Dragons didn't have enough manpower to send somebody over to that side of the map and play it. You didn't have enough time, and you didn't have enough manpower. So what do? You just try to push in with whatever you have. Lack of time, lack of droning, unfortunately, due to the circumstances of the round, means that you don't really have much flexibility, and then the shield comes into play. Bandit's watching, finds an easy kill. The Jaeger then rotates back, has the hole as well to move into server, is going to just directly watch into the botched Habana hole, I guess, to enter into cache, and you're going to have a field day. So, greatly played by Team Liquid. As you said, they have all the information, and they played it well. Black Dragons, unfortunately, due to the circumstances of the early round and the early game, didn't have enough info, enough utility to follow up, and that was the round lost right there. But Liquid will go now to their third site here in the bedroom and the gym. They have reinforced the entrance from the balcony down into server, so that's something as well. It is going to be a big deal here, and bring the castle is a great idea.
So BD have been playing really poorly so far, but wow, how does that work, Moringa? I was about to say, the way Moringa is playing, he's a low-hanging fruit. It seems like BD knows about him. They should be able to get a pick early, but they lose one of their primary hard destructors, their Thermite. And now things look really bad for Black Dragons. And like I said, they have been playing pretty poorly. Their attack's very slow. A lot of the X-Scaros have been used on BD already. 2 sets, as a matter of fact, to get one hole. It's possible maybe Nesk tricked the other set. Whatever the case is, this is dire straits for BD, and we're still in a 5 versus 4. So it is worse than it looks.
Yeah, because you haven't even entered anywhere near the site. Losing the Thermite is such a massive, massive deal right now. So the Thatcher might have destroyed the Tila that was set to deal with the balcony entrance on Jacuzzi, but it's not enough, because then the Bandit's just going to set himself up in a better position. You haven't impacted the castle barricades or the shield. Everything is going to protect the Bandit of Nesk. Paulo's holding on. He takes a bit of damage. Well, he trades off a bit of damage onto Live, but he's alive. Well, not for long, as Paulo and Sexy Cake will both go down. So cache is now completely open, Nesk is going to be forced to retreat, and Black Dragons are trying to make the best of what they have, and I have to say, this is not expected at all.
Yeah, with cash control, now they can turn that into workshop control and then even office. Now, Moringa's holding on to office right now, but it looks like he's being scanned by the Jackal, so that position is known. It's going to be a double team here from BD trying to take care of this player, and oh no, Moringa comes off the angle and gives it to them for free. It was a triple team even there from BD. Now they have office control, and they can use that to crossfire onto the remaining 2 anchors on site. Only 23 seconds for this to happen, but the plant's going down, and there's nothing to stop it so far. Ooh, missed shot, but the second follow-up is there, and PSK, some excellent gun skill. Only 10 seconds remain for these attackers, and there's one for Nesk. Wag does get PSK in the sight, so Nesk is going to have to clutch it. In the 1 versus 1, Wag has to either get the diffuser or rush the last defender. He chooses diffuser, but that means he's got to stick it. It's on 000, which means Nesk need but deny that plant, and he will do so. Oh, I spoke too soon. He won't be able to do that, but it will still be a clutch for Nesk, and Liquid will take their 3rd round in a row.
That started off so well for Liquid with the snipe off on the Thermite, but man, the kills just kept going Black Dragons' way, and then perfect positioning. You talked about gun skill. Man, the Cloud was just instrumental. The first shot fired, and you're like, okay, is he gonna move? Is he gonna move? No, he didn't. And the Cloud finds the head. That's one. Turns around for the second. I mean, you're supposed to watch literally one spot. That's it. And it just was not enough. Clyde gets 2 kills off of it, and then it was all up to Nesk. Very calm under fire. You're forced with little time. Wog has to go for the plant. Can't really chase off for the fight. It was done.
So that's a perfect cycle for Liquid. They now go 3-0. Very comfortable spot. It right now does kind of look like BD are a little bit asleep at the wheel, if I'm being honest. So they had a lot going for them in that round, but they didn't even try to cover the planter. That's the thing. They had Live, the Jackal, inside of Workshop holding an angle. That was the only cover. He didn't even use the smokes. I don't know if he had any left. I'm guessing he probably did, but he wasn't trying, or I mean, BD weren't putting enough effort into allowing the plant to happen. So when the peak came out from PSK, I mean, he had 2 straight up gunfight. Well, 1 gunfight with Live, and he had Peeker's advantage because he saw his enemy's he saw the little cap on his head.
Yeah.
But obviously the camera's in the middle of your head, so the Live didn't see anything. And then he pre-aimed, peeked, free kill, right? Mm-hmm. Follow up is the planter, free kill number 2. And then, I mean, Nesk did Nesk things and won it out in the end. So, yeah, I mean, good try from BD. They just need to actually work more as a team, I think, and rely less on everybody doing their job perfectly and not enough. I guess not having anyone in a refrag position is not great.
Mm-hmm. And this is the problem you face when you play against a team like Liquid. These guys have been together for a while. Mm-hmm. They're extremely experienced. They know how to really deal with you. If you make a mistake, they're going to run circles around you the entire game. So it's all right, but those small mistakes can translate into massive round losses for Black Dragons, and it's understandable. We've been watching Liquid play for, I guess, years at this point. So you can kind of sense the pattern when they're in control and when they're really hitting the shots and really hitting every single time frame that they require for the place. But that, again, is on their defensive side, and this is the 2nd most defender-sided map in the pool. So maybe that's something that would have an effect.
Yeah.
Who knows?
No, actually, we've been watching this, not this exact team, but Nesk and Sexy Cake have been on this team since, like...
almost 2 years.
Since the beginning of 2018. So... yeah, this is an old roster, and even in PSK joined the roster actually pretty early into 2018 too. End of 2018 you had Palu, and then middle of 2019 Moringa joins. So it's like these guys have been this roster for a decent chunk of time. But anyway, C4 from Nesk is going to miss, and that's definitely not ideal for the defense. No damage done at all. It's like really affected with that C4. We can see right now that BD are just looking to open up above kitchen. They're pressuring into blue. This is a lot like the last time they were here. Blue was a big emphasis for BD the last time they came here. It looks like they're actually shifting some focus over to Church Wall and Moto, which is good to see. If they can take down Palu, then this is a very viable strategy for Black Dragon. But Palu's been playing this position pretty well. And he's got a mirror window to support him from Arsenal, as you can see. Overall, pretty good setup from Liquid, and BD are going to have to actually do something special to shake it, for sure. They've opened up the church wall, which is a good start.
And that's exactly what they need. They just have an extra angle to look into church. Live can pressure in from behind, but these smokes are stopping the cavalry from entering the beginning. First smoke grenade, or second one actually, will go off. Maestro's coming in and support. Panico and Nesk will get a kill each. PSK onto Panico, and Nesk will get another one. Okay, all going well for Liquid. Shotgun on the floor, and Moringa turns around the right moment. Oh, snipes live. Man, where was this shotgun when Super was being shot in the face a couple days ago?
Oh, you mean Slash Hug onto Super?
Dude.
Yeah, I saw that. So he actually, I saw that. I slowed it down. Slash twitched to the left and then tried to, he re-twitched back to the right, but he shot when he was on the left of his target. So
Ow.
It was like just the most small micro adjustment from Slash, and it looked like hit reg, but it was actually just he shot the wrong place.
God.
Yeah, it was like just barely shot the wrong place. Like you wouldn't even think it possible.
And it's like 1 out of the 1 billion times where the spread actually comes out on
the left side.
Literally on the left side of your screen.
He shot just to the left, and it was all on the left side. And it was, sometimes the pellets just do that to you, man.
Yeah, so Slash shot first, but he was the one to die anyway, so.
Mm-hmm. And in this match, Moringa's been using that shotgun to great effect. That's for sure. Playing in those high-pressure, close situations right up against the enemy, and he's been making it work really well for him. He's not even leaning on the SMG at all. He's just bringing out the shotgun, and this is why that shotgun, the SAS shotgun, is widely considered by pros to be the most consistent, most versatile shotgun that you can bring in any situation.
Yep.
And it's really proving that here in Moringa's hands.
No question about it. I think the only thing that can come up against it at this point is Skeleton Key and even the FO12.
Maybe. I mean, the Skeleton Key for sure. The FO12 is kind of situational, right?
Yeah, it depends.
That's Ella's shotgun, right? So that's like super close range. You win that fight, period.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I don't know.
The distance, you're not sure.
I feel like Skeleton Key is the closest rival. It's like it's a close second because people have recently been discovering that the Skeleton Key is absolutely ruthlessly powerful at close range engagements.
Yep. You can maybe put the TCSG in there, but that thing is more of a DMR than a shotgun.
Yeah, it is.
But here we are. GDN and PZD are setting up for your standard play. Let's stun the bandit on the corner, and we have Panico to help us. He'll throw out an EMP and destroy any utility in there. Now, difference to what we had before when Liquid were playing in the cache is that there's the Mozzie instead of the Cloud. They realized, okay, Black Dragons really, really need their information game, and this gets kill number 1. How do you deal with anti-roam operators? You just shoot them in the head, and that's live the first one. Lost, Nest taking 0 damage. You would never see a Mozzie
Wait a minute.
playing in Garage. He shot him on the other side of the map and then ran all the way back.
He was playing in Workshop, or where did he get that kill?
He got him in Construction.
Well, I know where he died, but I'm just asking where Mozzie was when he killed him.
The server, I guess?
He was playing in... Okay. I mean, that's weird, though. Yeah, all right, well, kill there early. PSK tries to trick the wall and is unsuccessful, but nobody's droned him yet. He might actually get out of this. He's just been droned. So they know he's down now. Here comes the peek, and he got out of that. Amazing.
Oh, my God.
Oh, no. GDN just behind there. And that's actually going to be PSK getting picked up. That's... Wow. You really cannot be letting that go if you're BD, especially since you're a man down. And there goes GDN as well. It's getting worse and worse as this round continues to play out for BD. And Liquid are just like, wow, I can't believe how lucky we're getting.
There's a Maestro camera as well here to watch, and I'm not sure if the Zofia has any utility to deal with it. Panico still finds PSK finally, but Palu is going to take out Wah coming up the stairs with no support. You need to pressure before you can walk up those stairs.
Yeah, it's a real shame here that Zofia doesn't have any lifelines for that shield because it's been causing problems for BD every time they come to this site. Palu's going to take down PZD on that shield again. There's one more person on Breach, and it's Nesk to get him. Liquid, 5 in a row. This is looking like an absolute stomp, if I can be so bold.
This is what you expect from Liquid, really.
I guess, you expect Liquid to play well, but I'm saying that I don't...
They're like...
BD are playing especially poorly.
I agree. I very much agree. So, yeah, who knows? who knows what is going on right now in the team's heads. I mean, what can Black Dragons really bring? I don't really think that their losses are really tied to their operator picks. They're just tied to their decision making. It's, as you said, very spread out. They're not really supporting one another that often. And when they do, it's when there's no utility left anymore. And it's basically the end of the round. You have to push in and fight. Those shields have been so strong for Liquid as well. It's just, overall, Liquid using their utility really well. Black Dragons mismanaging what they have and not being able to force gunfights where they have big advantages in them.
So assuming Team Liquid win this will put them at 21 points. And that'll be right behind FaZe, right above Team 1. So it'll keep them in the running for LAN, basically. But they could really struggle if FaZe win their match today. And FaZe are going to be playing against, let's see here, MIBR at the end of the day. So that's going to be a really big match for not only FaZe, but also for Liquid. See who's going to be able to contest FaZe moving forward. Based on what we've been seeing so far, I haven't actually seen Black Dragons really show up all that much. They've been opening up a lot of stuff, but their coordination on actually securing kills on attack here is pretty abysmal. Team Liquid have been doing a decent job of just holding their bottlenecks. They've got some interesting little angles being set up, the shields and all that. The shield, especially on the breach there in Cache, has really been useful for them. But mostly that just comes down to BD not being prepared to deal with that sort of problem. I'm surprised they haven't used, like BD haven't used, for example, a lifeline on the shield, just as like one example. But all the other problems that Liquid have been putting up, BD have the tools to solve. They just haven't been capable of doing that. And that's the really striking thing. It's something that BD are going to have to change if they want any chance of winning this. But, you know, who knows? We did see a comeback from 0-5 in the last European play day. So,
oh, good God.
Yeah, that was...
You know, did you see Red Bull Gaming's response to Pengu's tweet?
No, I didn't see that.
I will tell you.
I'm throwing one?
Yes.
It was a meme. But, yeah. Sexy Cake will take down Live there in Garage. So already a good start for Team Liquid. There goes your Roam Hunter. It's happened a lot to Live, actually, and it's really not great. Oh, the Zofia is used
perfect.
Very well this round. Here we go, PZD.
It's exactly what you're supposed to do. The breach charge opened up the I'm not sure there was a castle barricade even there, but here you go. Batteries have been taken away, and even maybe the Artila there that was set on the floorboard. Yep, that forces PSK back, and he's got reinforcements. You deal with it? Yes, you got exothermic charges. Walking into the site, it's going to be easy. You can impact that top of the wall if
yeah, I think it might have been impact tricked. We didn't hear the explosion. The impact trick explosion is much quieter. So yeah, it was impact tricked by PSK. Props to PSK. He's been having a big match so far, and he just got the second exothermic, which now forces the Habana to rotate to use her Excaros if she hasn't already. She only has one set, and she's on the other side of the map. So no matter what, I don't think that wall is going to get opened up, the bathroom wall.
Yeah, you're going to have to think where you want to put your players at this point in time, because, well, you're down one man, and you have your Habana on the other side. You might need to rotate with so little time left. No, she's going to be pressuring from construction. All right, just drone out Cache, make sure there's nobody in there, and Wog is going to watch. He'll be pushed in just a moment here, and he finds an easy kill, turns around. But Paul has already taken down PZD. Cache was not clear. Wog drops in, and he loses the gunfight. Paulo doing so much work, but GDN has already entered, and he's taken down Moringa. Gets refragged. Nesk with the 2K on GDN, and Panico absolutely perfect on the first half. Liquid secure a 6-0.
Yeah.
Oh, my.
You don't see those a lot.
Nope.
But, well, we are switching to the second half now. So BD have the advantage of defense on Clubhouse, which is substantial. Sure. All right, well, tell me about this response, Gassan. So Pengu tweeted out
it wasn't,
a meme.
It wasn't really to that tweet specifically, but it was a response to the match and the comeback that Navi had.
Okay, it's a different one. Right?
Yes. So they respond, Red Bull Gaming, hey, Pengu, we just want to tell you that our son loves your streams, and you are a great source of inspiration for him. He plays baseball, and thanks to you, he learned how to throw. And I'm like, ooh. Ah!
Yikes.
That hurts, man.
I can feel the burn.
Yes.
I know we're getting a little sidetracked, but I'm glad I heard that story.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Okay. But here we are. We're back on Church, and the Black Dragons have to pray for anything right now. Liquid just have so much control.
At this point, they're playing to avoid embarrassment. If I'm being honest,
I guess
you know, like when you get 7-0'd, it is always a little embarrassing, no matter how you look at it. And that's the avoid that is I guess the goal for BD because, well, I mean they can go for a draw, but I just don't see 6 in a row. You know, as much as we did just have 7 in a row from Navi against G2, those don't happen, man. Like they don't happen.
They happen like once a season, and statistically, it has already expired. You can't do it anymore.
So we've got...
Don't go off script, okay?
Yeah, we've got PZD having a really bad match here today, and that's actually super bad overall because PZD is one of the top performers for his team in terms of kill-death ratio for the season in total. So the fact that he has yet to find a kill is just really bad for Panico, and it's part of why Black Dragons currently look like they aren't actually participating in this match. It's because, well, PZD's not there. He is technically, in terms of overall kills, he is the most positive player on his team with 9 more kills than deaths.
So Nesk will enter in from the server just with a breaching charge. Again, the metagame right now is definitely breaching charges. They're just so great.
Well, it depends, right? It depends on what you're dealing with. But those breaching charges, like post-buff, you're absolutely right. They got brought back in. It's the same thing as the shields, really. You know, they're just focused on less.
Palu will watch on in here. Maybe want somebody rotating through the hallway. Ooh. Oh, that's so close. But he knows that there's somebody there, and they did not walk up the staircase. So
it's a really nice angle, though, from Palu. You can see all the way down the main staircase. Really good information to be gathered there, and it's the quickest way that you're going to be able to cut off the rotation of the potential roamers in the middle floor from the top floor.
Hatches are being opened up as we speak, and more angles here from Palu. Of course, you're not bringing the buck. Fair enough. You want something with a bit more roam clear plus those smokes rather than just the kill potential, but...
And they got the breaching charges on Nesk, so
exactly.
You know, you're not losing anything. And you're even going to use some of the lifelines in the kitchen. Angle opened up here so they can try and deal with any bandit tricking or Kai tricking, and, well, that's going to be the main goal of Nesk right now as he's challenging the angle. Now, this is dangerous. We've seen defenders actually take this fight before and win it. So this could work against Nesk, but no one's trying to challenge him right now. BD are playing a little bit scared, if we can be honest. But then again, that peak in of itself is not very common. So
Nesk still watching. He's just rotating from one to the next, and he gets it. PZD take it off, and is there somebody else as well behind him? Might be able to find the second one. GDN's trying to contest the angle.
It's very dangerous for the defender, for sure. The defense is the one of the disadvantage in that situation. Nesk is going to use one of his lifelines to try and get the bandit batteries, and it will get some of them, I believe, which means now the wall can be opened up. But look at the time.
Oh, they drop right in, and they both line up for Wog. Palu and PSK are both dead. What are you doing? Another one for GDN. Diffuser is on the floor, and it's all on Moringa. The round was all liquids, and then they just threw it so badly.
Well, I mean, you know, it was defender sided, of course. You know, it's Clubhouse, but the big thing was WAG there in blue. That was the major factor. The thing is that Liquid didn't drone out blue, period. They didn't drone blue. And why didn't they drone blue? They didn't have a lot of time. Only about 15 seconds there when they all started the push. And, yeah, if they had drone blue, they knew WAG was playing by Oil Pit Hall. Obviously, there's 2 of them dropping there. They're going to get the refrag. They'll probably lose 1, right, to WAG. But they get the refrag because they have the information. And then Liquid are working with a blue moto push, and then they have every advantage on the site take because they got the crossfires in their favor, and then it's over, 7-0. But they didn't drone WAG. That's it. That's all that round was. So, yeah. Good job to Liquid for overall, the steps being great, but not enough information on blue. I'm guessing they droned blue itself, but didn't check the hallway because that's where WAG was.
Good point. Good point.
Yeah.
Because when you saw it at first, you're like, okay, is he on green box and armory? Is he watching from there? And he just instinctively sprayed through the smoke from the Jackal? No, he was next to them.
No, he was next to them in Oil Pit hallway. Then he just he was just chilling. Nobody knew he was there. End of the round. It was weird, man. Usually you expect to see people drone out the whole of what they're going to be pushing into, but again, it's that time constriction.
Yep.
Okay. So PZD still yet to get a kill. We're on round 8 now. We'll see if BD can keep pushing for that draw, I guess, or if this will be it for Liquid getting it. They've got a pretty good track record so far. That last round was even really close. I mean, Liquid probably would have taken it again if they had just been a little bit more diligent in blue.
Reminder that if Liquid win today, they'll be at 21 points. They would still not be ahead of FaZe Clan, who are currently at 23, but might actually go beyond that later.
Yeah, I mean, the expectation is that FaZe will win their match today.
Yeah, they play MIBR, so...
Yeah, and MIB are the currently statistically second worst team in LATAM. They are really low in the standings. They have 7 points, 1 win, 4 draws, and 6 losses for them. So that should be... FaZe should take that. Speaking of taking things, PSK, long angle onto Panico, and Liquid start the round with not only a man advantage, but also the wall open. This shield is very aggressive and very risky. And here we go. See this? That's how you solve those problems, BD. When you see a shield that's going to cause you issues, you have a Zofia, you use the lifeline. Remember last time, or in the first half, where BD couldn't get the shield in the hallway right here? So many rounds. They had a Zofia every round. They just didn't hit the shield.
Yeah, and if anything, that shield that Black Dragons had was way easier to snipe than the one in the hallway.
I mean, no matter what it is, I mean, you just break the shield, right?
Yeah,
just a lifeline.
You have everything for it. Do it, but it's just the mismanagement that we had. That aside, Paulo will find 1, leaves 3 alive, and GDN's taking around half HP damage here. So great position from the Cloud to hold from the window, but because there's more manpower for Liquid, they can afford to run players on other sides of the map and really start to pressure Black Dragons. There's a ton of time for them to do that as well here, Liquid.
Yeah, there's the one big thing, though. BD still have control of Garage, which is huge, and they also have players downstairs with C4. So those two factors mean that Liquid, as they enter into the last minute, they need to be really careful with their time management again, because if they rush this, they will likely lose, but that's a huge waste of a C4 there from WAG. And with that, a big tool lost. PZD is still downstairs, though, and he still can't deny the plant. There's still 3 gas canisters on GDN. I'm wondering when and where Liquid are going to start their push.
There's 1 smoke from GDN. He might go for a second one. No. Switches to the SMG-11. A reverse repel as well to watch WAG if he tries to rotate into server or maybe dive onto the Zofia. WAG turns around and he's getting shot in the back. The Zofia up close and she wins the gunfight. 1 kill and 2 for Liquid, leaving WAG all on his own in Garage. That's it. Team Liquid win it out 7-1. Absolutely hammering Black Dragons the entire time. I mean, other than that one round, round 8, it was smooth sailing.
Yeah, that was about as one-sided as it really gets. I mean, yeah, you can get a 7-0, sure, but probably would have been had they droned out blue, and that's like one mistake that whole match for Liquid. So unfortunate for BD, I suppose. They didn't put a whole lot into that, if I'm being honest. Their setups were pretty standard, but
oh, they won. Vigil's happy.
Yeah, the individual play there from BD was a little bit lackluster.